When CanAm, formerly Bombardier ATV, introduced the 800 Outlander, they literally powered over the competition. There simply isn't another ATV out there in its class that can match its numbers. Now, this type of class dominance is squarely in the sights for CanAm and was a priority when they set to design the 800 Outlander's little brother, the 650. The first question on everybody's mind is how the power of the 650 stacks up against the 800. The simple answer to that is it doesn't. But making that comparison is not a fair one. Let's face it, there's 150 cc's difference between the two. I suppose some of the confusion comes from the fact that both models are virtually identical, except for what some of the decals say. Both have an SST frame, both have a TTI rear suspension, both have an electronically fuel-injected Rotax V-twin, and both seem to inspire fear in the competition. In fact, the lower power output of the 650 is really the only difference between the two. But that's not to say the 650 is a slouch. In dyno field, the Outlander easily pulled to the century mark on the speedo, and did it in a hurry too. A better comparison of power and acceleration would be to other ATVs in the 600 to 700 cc class. We've lined a few of those competitors up, and the 650 will definitely pull out ahead. Maybe that's not such a fair comparison either, to the competition, I mean. It's not all about power and acceleration for an ATV to be at the top of its class. There has to be an equally capable chassis and suspension under there, plus premium features demanded by those who want the best. And it's here the 650 does a darn good job. Underneath it all is CanAm's SST frame, or Surrounding Spar Technology frame. This is designed to give a strong backbone to carry all the ATV's vital componentry, while at the same time saving weight by using less steel. The frame also has fewer welds holding it together as compared to a ladder-style tube frame, translating into fewer places to stress and fail. Suspension is also top-notch, and in the 650 it works even better than on the 800. Up front is 8 inches of travel out of a dual A-arm setup with cast aluminum upper arms and a stamped steel lower. In the rear is CanAm's now familiar TTI suspension with 9 inches of travel. This setup allows the rear wheels to travel straight up and down without any unwanted sideways tire scrub as the suspension arcs. The TTI also provides better geometry, allowing the tire to follow the profile of the bump as the machine travels over top. We had about a year's worth of time living with the chassis between the 800 and now the 650, and the 650 might actually be a better balanced unit without all the extreme power the 800 packs. CanAm is also always hard at work making the chassis work better through new shock and spring combos as well. But there are a few things that could stand a bit of improvement. First, I like the SST frame and its smooth flat surface to ski over obstacles, but the bottom seems to be made out of too light a gauge of steel. If it's designed to contact trail obstacles, you know it's going to take a pounding, and already the 650 has a few major dents. I know weight is always a concern, but a few extra pounds of steel here would be a good thing. Also, the aluminum floorboard supports are too light. They are extremely vulnerable to hooking on rocks or stumps and getting pulled back. On the first ride out, this side hooked a rock and bent these supports back far enough to interfere with the action of the brake lever. Again, I know that there would be a weight penalty, but something sturdier or some more protection is needed. On the trail or just ripping around, the 650 is still a blast. The changes made to the front suspension stiffened it up just enough to combat some of the nosedive the 800 suffered from, while still providing an excellent ride. In the corners, the 650 Outlander turns in well considering its speed, and I found setting the adjustable preload up to the max in the front shock cams and pumping the tires up just a bit yielded the best handling. On the really rough stuff, the suspension has excellent compliance to rocky or hilly terrain. In four-wheel drive and with the Visco-Lock front diff, the machine would chew its way just about anywhere, only being held up when high-centered or after it's dug in. At CanAm, they wanted to build a premium ATV with premium features like the Visco-Lock, and for mud or snow, this system works the best because it will automatically engage without having to push a button, pull a lever, or even stop. About the only thing that would make this system any better would be the ability to lock the Visco-Lock in. Sometimes in the really rough stuff, you don't want any tire spin, and the tire spin it takes to engage the Visco-Lock might be enough to get you into more trouble before it gets you out. At CanAm, it's clear to see that the people that design and build these ATVs are enthusiasts like you and I, because they have succeeded in building a machine that didn't evolve on an accountant's spreadsheet. Instead, the Outlanders are built with a passion for ATVing and a passion to build the best possible ATVs with the tools and technology at hand. For 2007, the Outlander 650 XT is the best package to come out of Valcourt so far.
Yeah, I was just back there in the woods, came out through those pines.
There it was, and it just took off right back over there and was gone.
I tried to get my camera out to take a picture, but you can't see anything on them.
I've never seen anything like it.
I want one.